Evanston Red Devil Volleyball is live on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. Follow the team across the state of Wyoming from the Cokeville Invitational in late August all the way through to the state tournament in November. With the opening serve of today's match quickly approaching, let's head to the booth for pregame coverage.
Welcome back to Cokeville, Wyoming, where we are set for match number 2 for Evanston on the day, a 3-set win over Rich County in match number 1. Up next, Preston, Idaho. And the layup, the lines are set. Defensive line for Evanston, hitting line for Preston. 5 minutes counting down on the clock, and then I would assume we'll get about 5 more for teams to switch positions, put Preston on the defensive line, Evanston on the hitting line, and then probably a couple of minutes for serving. And we will be ready for the opening serve of this contest, probably about 3:45 p.m. That would put us a little ahead of schedule, as we were figuring probably about 4:15 for the start of this match. We'll talk more about Evanston's morning game when we come back on this First Bank presentation of Evanston Lady Red Devil Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Is laundry one of those chores that drags you down? Let Joe's Modern Cleaners come to your rescue. Take advantage of their wash and fold service. You drop it off and pick it up. The rest is done for you. Or you could take all your clothes to Joe's, load them up into the multiple washers, then dry them in the multiple dryers, and do all 10 loads in the time that it would take you to do 2 at home. Ask about all our other laundry options at Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770.
From Randolph, Utah to the Uinta Mountains, from Lyman to Evanston. Whenever you have plumbing, heating, or air conditioning problems, call Landmark Plumbing and Heating at 307-789-8793. Regular office hours run Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., but we also offer 24/7 emergency service. Do you need a new septic system, water heater, or furnace? You can trust Landmark Plumbing and Heating. Program our number into your phone right now, 307-789-8793. Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need us, we'll be there.
Evanston Red Devil Volleyball is live on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. Follow the team across the state of Wyoming from the Cokeville Invitational in late August all the way through to the state tournament in November. With the opening serve of today's match quickly approaching, let's head to the booth for pregame coverage.
If you go back and watch this stream after the fact, you'll notice it started twice. I had to switch things over. I started the wrong one. Also, if you hit play, it'll say Evanston versus Mountain View. Just had to switch it over to the Preston page so that Preston stream will go up on to the Mountain View one a little bit later. AJ, if you're still in the studio, just check, double check and make sure the post that's on the My Local Radio Preston page also has the correct stream up and running, and we'd like to take this time now to welcome KACH into the mylocalradio.com family, and hopefully we have some people out in Idaho listening to this match as well, listening and watching. Evanston versus Preston. We will have to take away our pregame coverage as they put about 5 minutes on the clock. I think 7 minutes of pregame, and then considering the troubles that we had with that, we will move right now into live game coverage. Preston on the right side of the net, Evanston on the left side. Preston in black, Evanston in navy blue. So just like this morning, probably a little bit of difficulty watching online, differentiating between the two teams. Take a look at who we've got up front for Preston to start things off. And number 4, Ashlyn Sparks, a right side hitter. Number 10, Haley Windward is a middle blocker, and the outside hitter, Heather Fitzgerald, will start things off at the front line. For Preston, libero in the white jersey is Cassie Coons. Number 3, outside hitter starting in the back row is Sage Meek, and the server will be the setter, Kat Panter. Number 15 for Preston. Serve received for Evanston in the back line, Emily Freeland, Lauren Ellingford, Ajahana Archuleta, and Sierra Burley in the front line. Kaylee Critchfield, the setter, and Kaylee Sharp, the middle blocker. Return goes to Critchfield, outside to Sharp. She's blocked, but it goes out of bounds. A net touch also comes in on Preston. So 1-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard to start off this contest. Evanston won in straight sets, 25-23, 25-8, and then I believe 25-11. And an ace by Critchfield makes it 2-0 for the Lady Red Devils. Critchfield ready to serve, sends it over the net. And back-to-back aces, Heather Fitzgerald could not handle the serve by Critchfield. Opening server for a reason for Evanston. That reason, of course, because, well, she's the setter, and that's just usually how those rotations work, but also a pretty good server as well. Return by Sparks. Backline attack by Meek. Goes over the net. Critchfield has to pick it up on the first touch. Outside to Lauren Ellingford on the bump set. Block, picked back up by Sharp. Dump set over to the backside. Meek gets it outside to Sparks. Long shot out of bounds, and 4-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. In this rotation, Ashlyn Sparks will be playing not right side, as I said, but outside. We'll see if she switches up in the rotation as the rotation moves along. To the right side, we have Heather Fitzgerald getting a first opportunity termination and first point of the day for Preston against Evanston to put it at 4-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Fitzgerald back to serve. Flat-footed serve to the back middle. Burley back set to Critchfield. Misses Ellingford. She knocks it over the net, though. Dump set. No, a quick set. That falls just inbounds to Haley Windward with the kill. 4-2 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Heather Fitzgerald, second serve, and 2 points for Preston. Into the net, 5 points for Evanston. 5-2 on the Impact Physical Therapy board early on set number 1. Bump that scoreboard, trying to adjust my volume. I think I'm a little bit high. Let me know back in the studio if my levels are okay. A service ace by Lauren Ellingford, and a click of the heels by the Lady Red Devils as they come in to converge at the celebration circle. Ellingford with another serve up by 4. Push up by the libero to Spain. Check that, Coons on the push up. Critchfield quick to Kaylee Sharp. Great first match and a good start to this second match with a killing her first opportunity from the middle position on a quick set. 5-point lead for the Lady Red Devils. Lauren Ellingford back to serve once again. Where's number 14, a junior, the lone junior on this weekend's varsity roster. Playing outside along with Aja Hanna. Push up by Archuleta. Back set from Critchfield. Goes to Emily Freeland. High return goes off the rafters. 3 and over for the Lady Indians. Outside on the fake to the middle. Archuleta is blocked on the line. It touches down on Red Devil territory, inbounds. 7-3 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Preston with another point. Today's broadcast brought to you in part by Rocky Mountain Yeti of Evanston, offering a 20-year, 200,000-mile legendary powertrain warranty located at 100 Wasatch Road in Evanston. Serve for Preston just over the net. High return by Archuleta. Keeps it away from the net. Sets up a roll shot for Aja. Second, a bump set to the middle. Through the arms of the block, Marty Amon with her first attack is a 0. Cross quarter, tons of space, and Archuleta exploits that. 8-3 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Cassie Coons into the contest. Libero, the free-wheeling substitute. Corey DeRue, the DS in this contest. She was libero in match number 1. That would probably mean, yes, it would mean Sierra Burley is the libero in this match. Ace serve by Kaylee Sharp sets up a second. 9-3 the score on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Fitzgerald with the first return. Back set to the now in right side position, Ashlyn Sparks. Outside to Archuleta. Back middle shot picked up by Fitzgerald. Hits the rafters, so what looked like would be a decent return. In this gym, things get tricky when you go high. It hits the rafters and falls back down untouched with a second hit. 10-3 on the Impact Physical Therapy board, and Preston takes their first timeout of this opening set. This is a First Bank presentation of Lady Red Devil Volleyball, as well as Preston Indians Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Is laundry one of those chores that drags you down? Let Joe's Modern Cleaners come to your rescue. Take advantage of their wash and fold service.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. As a dentist in Evanston for over 20 years now, my mission has always been to provide quality dental care for people of all ages at reasonable prices. I'm a detail-oriented person, and it's important to me to stay current on new dental procedures and protocols that can help my patients have the best experience and have the best results. Over the years, I've also worked to keep my overhead low so that I can pass those savings on to my patients. I believe everyone deserves quality dental care. Please call us today at 307-789-8910.
Out of the break, we have a service error into the net by Kaylee Sharp, putting the score at 10-4 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Back to Preston, and with the serve, it's Carrie Despain. Middle attack on the tandem play by Archuleta is thwarted and into the net. 10-5 the score. Preston with back-to-back points on back-to-back errors, one serving, one attacking by the Lady Red Devils. And Despain will serve once again, this time out of bounds. 11-5. Cokeville, known for the opening week tournament of the year every fall season in Southwest Wyoming. Also known for the home of service errors, as it's week 1. And there's a weird gym situation over in the other gym. There's this auxiliary gym. They have the rafters, but everyone's getting their feet wet. And the serve seems to be the last thing to come in this tournament when it comes to players getting ready. Serve into the net by, or a shot into the net by Coons puts a score at 12-5. Evanston up by 7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Sydney Bounds serving for the Lady Red Devils, left-handed setter for Evanston, a senior on the team. High return up by Meeks. She gets the attack from the left side. Picked up on a partial block by Kelly Saxton. Outside, Archuleta has to roll back and come up with the attack there. Sky high into the air for a while. Coons bumps it over to Bound. Bound, the setter taken out of position, so a bump set to Burley going to Archuleta. Picked up on a diving play by Fitzgerald. Saxton puts it back on Preston's side. Quick attack in the sky by Marty Amon. Puts Preston within 6 points, 12-6 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Evanston caught a bit out of position, and Amon looks like the tallest player along with Heather Fitzgerald on the court for Preston, was able to go over the defense. desperation punch in the back line leads to a lift on Sydney Bound's sake. 12-7 the score on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Preston within 7. Meek will serve for a little team from Idaho. And another desperation by Corey DeRue and another ace for Meek. 12-8 and a 4-point differential. Corey DeRue playing the left back position and Meek sending it toward her the last 2 times. Let's see what happens on this one. Once again, they do target DeRue. This time, not a desperation play, but more just a regular bump up, and it's on to Preston's side. High set up by Panther and a block down. No, just into the net. Kelly Saxon was in the area, but they never got it over the net, making it 13-8 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Lauren Ellingford, the junior, outside, back into the contest. Aja Hanna from the front line to the back line to serve. Sends it back middle. Panther, shoot to the outside. Fitzgerald through a big seam in the block, returned over the net. Panther sends it back on Evanston's side. Burley bumps that to Ellingford. She pushes it right side. Meek with the first touch. Panther to the quick. Almond, second kill of the contest early on for her, and it's 13-9. 10-3 was the score when Preston took its first time out. Since then, they have outscored Evanston 6-3. 4-point differential, and a service error by Amon will end her serving run and end her run on the court temporarily as she heads to the bench in favor of the libero, Cassie Coons. 14-9 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Set number 1. Fitzgerald, the attacking outside, cross quarter, deep end, out of bounds. Floating serve just over the net by Burley. Quick set to the other middle. Haley Windward for Preston, and those quicks are working well. Evanston slow to the block. 15-10 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Front line for the Devils in the serve receive is Sharp and Bound, being hidden as the setter on the serve receive. She'll bump it up to Sharp from left of middle. She's blocked, and Preston within 4, 15-11. Preston lost to Mountain View. This is their second contest. They play Rich in the late contest, I believe. Back middle to Meek, picked up on Preston's side. Panther to a backline attack. Meek sends it long. Had to get up high from about 12 feet beyond the net. And she was able to get lift up on the ball, but not enough fall to keep it in bounds. 16-11 on the Impact Physical Therapy board, brought to you by Justin Dennis in favor of the Evanston Lady Red Devils over Preston. Back to the opening rotation, and Kaylee Critchfield with a near ace. Push over by Fitzgerald. Ellingford to Critchfield. Back set to Freeland. Line shot handled. No, not handled. Poor return by Cassie Coons, the libero. Comes up in our camera well area. 17-11 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Second consecutive jump serve by Critchfield, and Coons nearly misses it again. On to Evanston's side, bump set by Critchfield, high up to Ellingford. She waits on it, deflected block, stays on Preston. Panther to the left side and into the net. Ashlyn Sparks with the attacking air. 18-11 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Attacking air is also pretty common here at the Cokeville Invite as Preston takes its second time out. We'll be back shortly on this First Bank presentation of Lady Red Devil Volleyball on KNYN and MyLocalRadio.com. 18-11, Evanston over Preston on the Impact Physical Therapy board.
Forming a relationship with Trona Valley at an early age is a wise choice. We believe that learning money management skills at a young age can help set a better foundation for establishing good financial habits. Money management skills are important for financial success, whether saving or borrowing. Trona Valley offers youth loans to members under the age of 18. Our loan options are perfect for kids. They can learn the basics of borrowing, which includes interest, terms, and payments. If there are any questions along the way, we can help. Trona Valley, member NCUA.
Following the timeout, Critchfield with a serve, back right side. Fitzgerald to Panter. Long run for Kuntz to come up to the front line to bump it over. Critchfield fakes middle, outside to Ellingford, line and inbounds, 19-11. Saw space straight ahead, and Ellingford terminated on that play, keeping the serve alive for Critchfield, senior setter. Kuntz with a near double. Outside to Sparks, and she misses. First into the net on her last attack, this time long. I think she wanted a touch there, but none to be seen. 20-11 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Critchfield floats it over and got a little too fancy into the net. She was opting for trying to catch Preston off guard on a serve just over the net. You can't attack a serve. So it would be a difficult attempt to dig it up, but also a difficult serve to successfully formulate and execute. Back set to Freeland, cross quarter. Fitzgerald with the touch up. Panter deep outside to Meeks. She punches it left short. Critchfield to Ellingford. Has to wait on a high bump set. Fitzgerald in the mid back gives it to Panter. Quick set and blocked down. Staying in alive on Preston's side. Backline attack by Fitzgerald was falling, but I don't think it stayed in bounds. A touch ruled, so even if it didn't stay in bounds, the point is good. 20-13 Preston. Now check that. Touch was overruled. 21-12, and I'm not sure if that's what the up was signaling. Up and down discussing right now. I think the up official made a mistake, a signaling touch, and she's currently explaining to the Preston sideline her intent of the signals. I was right on Preston's side where I didn't see the touch, but I was thinking that point went that way as soon as she signals touch. Certainly out of bounds, and I didn't see it. So either way, Evanston gets the point. Outside to Meek. Let's on the net. Falls down in the donut hole, and 21-13, Preston with a point. Middle blocker turns server. Haley Winward into the net, and she'll take a seat on the bench in favor of Kuntz. 22-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Late substitution being signaled in, and uh-oh, I don't have a roster. And I'm not sure who number 6 is. She doesn't know where she's going either. See if I can have that roster sent over. On a setup outside to Meek. I didn't see a touch. There was. It fell down anyways. So point Evanston, 23-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Served by Critchfield. Goes to the Preston side, and Amon had a good attack, but a double hit on the set up negates it, and we are at set point number 1, 24-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. It's not carried to Spain. She's number 5. See if I can find out from Preston Perrin over the break. We are at set point. Deflected ball by Robbins onto Evanston side, and Emily Freeland, the freshman right side for the Devils, with an attack and a kill to finish off set number 1. 25-13, your final, as we move to set number 2 in just a bit. We'll be back in 2 minutes on this First Bank presentation of Lady Red Devil Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds, plus online streaming music, giveaways, and more. It's all on mylocalradio.com. Watch as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches. Catch up on local and regional news and stream your favorite music. Visit mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook and stream it all live. Uintah County School District Number 1 has been committed to excellence since its beginning in 1870. This commitment is not only reflected in student education, but in our school buildings and facilities over the years. The staff at Uintah County School District Number 1 works hard to provide clean, comfortable, and safe learning environments for student learning. No matter what department you're working with, at Uintah County School District Number 1, you will always find us striving for the pathway to excellence.
When it comes to shopping online, you definitely want to put thelumberyard.com on your list of favorites. You'll save time and money by visiting thelumberyard.com first. You'll find a huge selection of inventory to choose from. We've got everything you need for any of your home, yard, or shop projects. Get excellent prices and quick delivery when you shop at thelumberyard.com. We are part of the local community, plus we ship all over the United States. Log on today to see what all the excitement is about. Welcome back to Cokeville High School, where we are getting set for set number 2. Should be good. I just got a new camera person. We've got banners that run right here, so keep it a little lower than expected, and maybe I'll zoom out just a little bit. Other than that, not too much movement other than getting the servers and keeping the ball in play. Evanston moving to the right of the net, and I got that mystery player's name, Hannah Stevenson, number 6, who came in late in set number 1. I cannot tell right now if she's in right now. It does not look like it. It looks like we are back to our regular rotation for Preston. Kaylee Critchfield with the opening serve of set number 2 is underway. Onto the attack for Fitzgerald into the net. And 1-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Preston cannot buy an attack right now. I'm not sure if it's communication between the setters and hitters. Rust a little bit, first weekend to play. It could be a combination of everything. Outside to Ellingford for Evanston. She knocks it into the tape, and 4 hits puts us at 1-1. So both points scored so far by way of errors on the attack. Served by Panther, and oh boy, for a third time in 2 matches, Evanston out of rotation. Point Preston. 2-1. Panther awaiting the whistle to serve. There's the whistle. And here's the serve into the net. 2-2. Ellingford on the serve for the Lady Red Devils. She had the Dr. McKay Frankham Precision Play of the Game last match. We'll be keeping our eyes open for that in this match. Cross quarter by Archuleta, and a sinker ball falls in front of Kuntz, and Evanston back on top 3-2 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Up 1-0. Ellingford back to serve. She had a great, well, on the right end of a 12-point serving run in set number 2 of the last match. However, in her second serve of this set, she puts it into the net and ties it up at 3-all. Ellingford out, Burley and DeRue, the 2 DSs in the back line, along with Archuleta in the receive. Archuleta pushes it up on the first, then to Burley, and a bump over by Critchfield. Kuntz up high, avoids the rafters, back set by Panther is way off, Sparks toes the line, keeps it inbounds. Tee off for Archuleta, fall down, Panther keeps it in play, and Fitzgerald finds the line, and Preston is ecstatic after that kill after so many misses. That one on a completely broken play works, and a sigh of relief for Preston. 4-3, and they are on top in set number 2. Fitzgerald takes that kill and comes back with a serve. Critchfield outside, no, to the middle. Freeland with the touch. Deflected at the net, slows up the attack. Panther knocks it over to Evanston's side. Critchfield to Freeland to Burley. That's a broken play and just about backwards and all the way out of order. Meek misses into the net on the attack, and Evanston's tied it back up at 4. Although no credit of their own on that point. Our a couple of them in this set. Multiple attacking errors by Preston has this contest tied in the second set. Kaylee Sharp to serve, back to Meek. Panther touches to the middle. Looks like Amon on the attack, and it's a 0. Back middle, Fitzgerald to Panther. Right side, Sparks. It would have been out of bounds, touched by Critchfield. And point Preston, 5-4 Preston. And was that Amon or was that Windward? It was Windward on the attack as Amon comes into the contest and Windward moves back to serve. The two middle blockers for Preston. Back right side by Burley. Back set to Freeland. Line shot, kill number 2 of the contest for Emily. 5-5 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Emily Freeland, freshman for the Lady Red Devils, seeing varsity action in week number 1 and starting every set, front line only. Sydney Bound serving. Knotted up, 10 points in. Meek wants the attack. She won't get it. They go opposite side to Sparks, who knocks it into the net. Evanston on top, 6-5 on the Impact Physical Therapy board and Bound with a second serve. Emily Freeland's older sister, Caitlin Freeland, and a member of the Wyoming Cowgirl volleyball team. They're in action today, hosting a tournament at the Arena Auditorium. Meek down the line and inbounds for a point to tie things up. Freeland not playing today, tweaked back is what I'm told. She is a redshirt freshman, so first opportunity to see some playing time. Not quite yet. I think she got some in maybe last week it was from talking to her parents, but not in this tournament, not quite yet. Bump over by Bound and shaked return by Kuntz. Backline attack for Fitzgerald. And she seems to find a little bit of something going in a backline attack at least. Another kill for her, her second back row termination, and Preston hanging on in this one and leading by a skinny point. Serve over. Back set to Archuleta. She lofts it over the block, and Aja will take that kill and move back to serve. 7-all on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Lauren Ellingford coming in for Corey DeRue. Slight height discrepancy as the two sub in and out for each other. Archuleta to Kuntz. Panther runs up to the net, goes outside the Meek. If there's a touch, it's point Preston, but there was not, so it's point Evanston. The Lady Red Devils back on top over the Lady Indians. 8-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Served by Archuleta, dies, and Fitzgerald gets a hand on it. Panther up into the net, blocked and dug out by Kelly Saxton. Third bump over by Archuleta to the back right side, close to a double contact, shoot to the outside. Meek is not able to get it over the tape as it bounces back on her and 4 hits ruled. 2-point lead for the Evanston Lady Red Devils. Archuleta with a second serve. Little floating jump by Aja. Middle attack, Amon is blocked. Behind the back, bump by Panther onto the Lady Red Devils side. Outside to Ellingford, and Sydney Bound just missed on the set. It hit the top of the tape, went over, and then out of bounds on Preston's side. Point Indians, 9-8 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Sage Meek, the server, moving Fitzgerald up into the front line for Preston. And Meek has some struggles with the serve continue. Another one into the net. Sierra Burley, the server for the Lady Red Devils. 2-point advantage. 1-0 advantage for Evanston. Near ace. Fitzgerald chases it down. And out of bounds on the attack. Point Evanston, 11-8. Burley to Fitzgerald. Panther, back sets. Goes to Amon, line shot. Uh-oh, into the rafters, and tough read there. It falls between 3 Lady Red Devils. Preston within 2. Amon, the server. Puts Windward up at middle blocker. Push over by Sharp. Leads to a long run by Panther. Backline attack by Meek. Burley pulls off way late, and it falls out of bounds. rewarded for following that one all the way to the line. Evanston with the point, 12-9 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Today's broadcast brought to you in part by the 307 Service Experts in Evanston, Wyoming. One call to fix it all, 307-223-4644. Kaylee Critchfield, the server and setter for the Evanston Lady Red Devils, and a fourth out of rotation for Evanston in 2 matches. Point and possession, Preston. Scoreboard has not reflected the change in points. It should be 12-10. Preston down by 2 as it stands at 12-9. And there may be a mistake in that call as the down official is discussing it. And they were in rotation, so we will have a replay, and Critchfield will serve once again. So take it away, not 4, still at 3 on the outer rotations in the first day of the season. Now Preston's coach and the down official have a quick discussion. Everything's figured out, and absolutely nothing has happened as far as the official scorebook goes. We're at 12-9 and Critchfield to serve. Puts it over to Fitzgerald. Desperation push-up. And a kill by Haley Winward from the middle position, 12-10. After all of that, it's a Preston point regardless. Alexia Leland into the back line along with Sierra Burley and Critchfield for the Devils. Server is Panther, and it nearly is an error. Lets over the net with some mustard on it. Cross-court attack by Freeland. Panther to the outside. Fitzgerald down the line. Burley returns it. And Ellingford was celebrating with Sharp, but Preston gets it back over. Roll line shot by Ellingford, and now it's time for celebration. 13-10 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Ajahana Archuleta replacing Leland, and Corey DeRue replacing Ellingford. Corey DeRue will serve for the Lady Red Devils. Punch serve over, bad return, and a touchdown by Archuleta. 4-point advantage for Evanston. Touch and go throughout much of the first 20 points of this contest for the Red Devils, and now starting to get a bit of an advantage. See if they can continue it. Fitzgerald knocks it off the tape. Archuleta with the first touch. Critchfield back set to Freeland. She adjusts, goes cross court. Panther gets the first touch. That leads to a bump set and a third over. No, not to be. 15-10. Evanston. Timeout taken by Preston. We will be back in 30 seconds on this First Bank presentation of Lady Red Devil and Lady Indian Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online in a couple of states at mylocalradio.com.
If you want your truck to really catch the eye, have the professionals at Plains Tire in Evanston install a custom lift kit with new tires and wheels. We've got a huge selection to choose from, so no matter what your style is, we've got the tires and wheels to make you smile. The way your truck looks reflects on you. Get the reflection you want with a lift kit, new tires, and wheels from Plains Tire in Evanston, the tire professionals. 157 Bear River Drive. Stop in today.
Point Evanston coming out of the break extends the lead to 16-10. And Corey DeRue to serve. Sticks with the line drive punch. Meek with the first touch. Panther back set. Fitzgerald on the right side. Returned by Critchfield. In control and a roll shot by Archuleta. A diving attempt by Panther was all for naught. 17-10 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. DeRue continues to serve in what I believe is her first opportunity at serving on the day. Well, in this match at least. She was libero last time out, so she may have gotten an opportunity. Shot into the net by Sparks, and the mistakes mount for Preston. Not that they ever went away, but Evanston was making their fair share as well. Lead is expanded to 8. Bump over by Fitzgerald is out of bounds, and the lead balloons to 9. We are at 4:12, and we expected to start this contest at 4:15. It's already almost through set 2. Another timeout taken. We will take one as well and return on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Throughout life, we celebrate the important milestones with jewelry, like graduation with a class ring, a watch for Father's Day, wedding sets for the bride and groom, a strand of pearls for your sweet 16, mother's rings to celebrate family. Commemorate these milestones working side by side with your personal jeweler at Sievers Jewelers. When you want to say, I want this moment to last forever, say it with Sievers. Sievers Jewelers on Main Street in downtown Evanston.
19-10 where we sit at the moment. Preston held a 12-9. No, they didn't. They held a, what was the last time they had a lead? 5-4 was the last time they held a lead, and it was tied several times after that. Get a point coming out of the break. A lift replay negated it, and the up official apologizes to both sides, so Evanston lost that point. The up official rules a replay. And that saves a point for Evanston and takes one away from Preston. I think the up official accidentally blew the whistle, and that's what she is apologizing for. Corey DeRue sends back middle to Meek. Tied on the net, Panther goes right side to Fitzgerald. Big hole in the block and exploited by Fitzgerald. Point back for Preston. 19-11, and Fitzgerald will serve. That puts Meek up into the front line. Sage joined by Windward and Sparks. Serve out of bounds, 20-11. Much like Rich in the earlier match, Preston has struggled to hold on to possession and just has given it right back to Evanston on the serve by way of just knocking it into the net or sending it long out of bounds. Meek to Panther on the serve receive. Sage goes up, finds the tip over the block, 2 and over for Evanston. Back to Preston side, back set to Sparks. She fakes left, goes right, and gets past Archuleta for a kill. 20-12 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. It looked like Sparks was going to push it with the 2 hands over the block, and I think that may have been her initial intent, but with 2 blockers shading to, from her vantage point, her left, she just ended up touching it to the right side. Kind of a no-look dump. X attack, fake to Robbins, go to Archuleta, and that's worked well against these smaller division teams so far, 21-12. Four points away from a set 2 win. Kaylee Critchfield is out. Sydney Bound back to serve in the 6-2 formation. Inverse of scores. Bound on the serve. Long back to Fitzgerald. Bump to Panther. She goes middle. Windward with a near kill. Sent over the net by Sparks. A net touch by someone. I think Evanston. And yes, it is. Net touch against Evanston and point to Preston. 21-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Who's serving? Sparks is out, and Carrie Despain, the DS, back to serve. And as we mentioned earlier, it's right back to Evanston. The air off the tape and slingshot back to their side of the court. Lauren Ellingford in with Kelly Saxton and Natalie Robbins in the front row for Evanston. Archuleta, long serve. Meek to Panther, quick set. Windward is defended well by Archuleta. Now the block slow to get back, but Ellingford goes long and out of bounds. And that takes away from what would have been a mistake by Preston. Slow on the block. They were late there. 22-14 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Archuleta is out. Alexia Leland in the back line playing right back, along with Sierra Burley and Ellingford in the serve receive. Ellingford is your frontline outside hitter, though, on an attack. Bound Shoots it outside to Ellingford. It's a little bit off, so Ellingford bumps it over. To the middle, Fitzgerald punches it back to Leland. Bound on a full attack to Ellingford into the net, and an error. Point back to Preston, 22-15. It makes sense the way this second set has gone that Evanston would have some trouble closing out after going up by 9 points. Bound outside to Ellingford with the left hand. Statue of Liberty over the two blockers, 23-15. Burley the server, 2 away from a 2-0 lead on the set count. Meek to Panter. Outside, Fitzgerald winds up. Line shot picked up on the back line. Last of line of defense of Bound, but Kaylee Sharp kind of tripped up as she tried to bump it over and sent it right into the net. We're at 23-16. Preston refusing to completely lay over and die here in this second set. Served by Windward. A floating one, dies quickly. Leland was ready for it. Sharp goes on a cross quarter from the outside position before moving into her middle spot to try to block Fitzgerald. No avail there, and a missed bump by Burley. Goes under the net, 23-17 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Windward, back middle to Leland. Bound sets up at the 10-foot line, puts a high shot up to Sharp, and she sends it into the net. 23-18, and the timeout taken by the Lady Red Devils, just 2 points away from closing out set number 2, but struggling and on the wrong side of a bad run at the moment. This is Lady Red Devil Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
23-18 the score on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Evanston, your team on top, but Preston, your hot team at the moment. They scored 3 in a row coming into this out of this timeout. Ellingford from the middle. Good save by Meek. Joust won by Preston nearly, but then sent over by Sharp. It lands out of bounds. Make it 4 in a row. Preston within 4. 23-19 on the Impact Physical Therapy board, brought to you by Justin Dennis. Windward continues to serve for the Indians. Ellingford with the first touch. Shanked over to Bound. Outside, Sharp. Now bounces off the tape, but this time it goes over onto Preston's side, their left side of the net. Third, a high bump over. Leland to Bound. Where does she go? To the middle on the quick set. Sharp's defended. She sent it right at Meek. A return fire on the quick as Amon tries to come up with a kill. Punch over by Sharp. It stays down on Preston's side, and Evanston is at set point number 1. Sydney Bound out, as is Kelly Saxton. Kaylee Critchfield serving for a 2-0 lead. Emily Freeland, the right side, coming in to spell Saxton in the front row. Serve to the middle. Tough one for Meek to handle. Panter to Fitzgerald. Roll shot! Good for the kill. The winding up roll. End over end. Sparks comes into the front row as Panter, the setter, moves to the back to serve. 24-20 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Set point number 2 for Evanston. Panter does get it over. Burley to Critchfield. Right side, and Ellingford ends it on a line deflection. 25-20, your final in set number 2. Evanston up 2-0 on the count on this First Bank presentation of Lady Red Devil Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. 2-0 set lead on the Impact Physical Therapy board.
Have you been saying no to wearing your jewelry because of a missing stone, a broken chain, or a ring that's just too small? Or are you interested in redesigning your ring altogether? Jeff at Seavers Jewelers can repair or create almost all jewelry at extremely competitive prices. Jewelry is supposed to be worn. Bring it to Seavers Jewelers today for a free cleaning and any repairs it might need. Say yes to wearing your jewelry. Say it with Seavers. Seavers Jewelers on Main Street in downtown Evanston.
The Lumberyard in Evanston, Wyoming is your local IFA dealer. The Lumberyard has tons of animal feed lines and accessories to help with your farm and ranch. Since 1923, IFA has worked to manufacture and distribute the highest quality products to the agricultural community. The Lumberyard has partnered with IFA to develop product lines based on customer need. We won't sell you something that doesn't make you successful. Visit us online or at the Lumberyard today, your local IFA dealer, 400 Front Street in Evanston.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires and offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
We welcome you back to Cokeville, Wyoming, day one of the Invitational that the T-shirts call the Tournament of Champions. Now, I don't know how many state champions have come through here in the years. I suppose there was Rich County a couple of years ago. Cokeville has won several 1A championships, including last year. Evanston still looking for their first ever volleyball championship, so they can't join that list. They've been runner-up a few times. We start set number 3. Evanston trying to become champion of this tournament and champion of their bracket. A good start, a 2-0 lead, and a service error by Panther has the Lady Red Devils up 1-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Green River, a staple of this tournament as well. They won a state championship back in 2009 in volleyball. Kaylee Critchfield sends it into the net, so let's see if someone can get it over on a third try back to Preston and Fitzgerald. Heather Fitzgerald, outside hitter, and plays all the way around on this team. Both her and Sage Meek, the two outsides, go all 6 spots on the court. Outside to Freeland, line, Fitzgerald picks it up. Outside to Meek, blocked by Sharp. No, it's on Evanston's side. Archuleta backing up, trying to knock it over, cannot. It falls harmlessly down to the ground. Fitzgerald with a second serve. 2-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy board, and Preston on top. Archuleta misses on it. Freeland on the second bump, and a third over by Burley. Back to Fitzgerald. Panther goes to the middle. Windward, a 0. Now that was Amon on the 0. Fitzgerald on the block. Knocks it into the net. Service error by Evanston. They still can't get it over. 3-2, Preston leads it. We'll amend that one more time. That was, in fact, Windward at the middle. As Amon checks in. That should put back Windward to serve, but with all the errors this whole team has had, they send someone new in. Back middle to Burley. Critchfield, back set to Critchfield. To Sharp. Deflected on the arms of Amon and falling down for a kill. 3-all on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Windward back in after that serve. 3-all on the Impact Physical Therapy board, and then back out for the libero Kuntz. So just keeping the rotation in order. Kuntz will move into the right back position. Fitzgerald playing middle. Middle being middle back. Fitzgerald with the first touch up to Panther. Back set. Sparks has to run with it. Toes the line of the antenna. And back up to Archuleta. Looks like she hit that off the bottom of the palm on a push over the net. Sparks returns fire. Sharp to Critchfield. Right side to Freeland. She's blocked. Digs it out of the net. And 3 and over for Critchfield. Back to the middle. And Amon is blocked by Natalie Robbins. And Archuleta for the point. And Evanston has its first lead of the third set. Sharp to serve. Just over and just in front of Meek for an ace. 5-3 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Sharpton is, so why not just push it there? Despain serves it, and a return into the net gives an effective ace to Preston and a 6-4 lead? I think it should be 5-5. Thought Evanston was up 5-4. Score now says 6-4. No, they give the point to Evanston. Okay, there you go. So point given to Evanston on what I think was a net touch on that dig out of the net on Preston's side. Attack by Meek and point for Preston, 6-5 the score on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Today's broadcast brought to you in part by Kazine's, where the legacy continues at 800 Front Street in Evanston. Amon the server for Preston. Puts Windward up at the middle blocker position. Right side attack by Archuleta. Rolls it over the hands of the blocking Meek. 7-5 Evanston. Sub in is Kuntz, the libero, number 2 for Preston. Preston in the black jerseys, Kuntz the lone in the white. Same deal for Evanston, navy blue, and then the libero Burley in the white. Serving is Archuleta, Ellingford, Saxton, and Robbins. The left, the right, and the middle of the front line for the Devils. Some sort of discussion going on, of which its contents I am unsure. Preston and the down official having some discussion of rotation. And now players jumbling around. Amon coming back into the game. Windward is out of the game. Amon moves to the far right position of the serve-receive in the front row. And Despain moved from the back right to the back middle. And we may be okay. Sticklers for every rotation, this Cokeville crew. Still no whistle. Down official in the score clock now discussing. Well, the game certainly won't get these games behind, but we had nothing but 3 setters so far here in the auxiliary gym. But conversations like this, I think we may be good now. You hope they won't go on for an hour. I guess we're going to stop it at about 2.5 minutes. Is there a whistle? Oh. There we go. A whistle and a serve over by Archuleta, and we're back underway in set number 3. Panther outside. Fitzgerald skies up off the arms of Robbins for a kill. Heather Fitzgerald pulls it back to within 1. Elimination set for Preston in this match. Would move Evanston to 2-0. Bound outside to Ellingford. She goes line and misses to the left. Out of bounds, 7-all. Mountain View is already 2-0, so they're guaranteed a spot in the gold bracket tomorrow. A win here would guarantee Evanston the same. The top 2 from each pool, and then 2 at-large bids out of the 12 total get to move on to the gold bracket. The remaining 4 are in the silver. Panther to Fitzgerald. Ooh, cross court, deadly. Fitzgerald gives Preston the lead. Certainly a leader on this team is Heather Fitzgerald. Amon serving. Back set, bound missed. Robbins pushed, and wow, it worked. Fitzgerald rather, touched the net. Was put off time. That's the second Natalie Robbins kill today. I think the last one came, I can't remember if it was this match or the previous one, where being out of position ended up working for her. An antenna line touch and out of bounds, and Fitzgerald with the air, and Evanston back on top, 9-8 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. 4:33 the time on the clock here in match number 2, set number 3. Sky up, middle attack, Evanston returns. Ellingford got a hold of the net though. Put the point Preston's way, 9-all. Sub in, Ashlyn Sparks into the contest. Serving is Panter. Bertley to Sharp, rolls over in the cross court. Coons gives it to Panter for a long run. She gets a hold of it, but on the run she shanked it off, and no chance for a third bump over. 10-9, Evanston 15 points away from their second straight set victory of the day. Evanston went all the way to the championship match of Cokeville last year, losing to Green River in 5 sets, and that required some late set heroics against Alta in the semifinals to even get that far. Fitzgerald with a shot up and over, deflected on the block. It works out for her, and we're knotted back up at 10 apiece. Plenty of games going on across our 4 platforms today. Lyman and Bear Lake, I believe, happening in the other court as Emily Freeland gets an outside attack. Cross shot for the kill, and Evanston up by 1. You can watch that one on mylocalradio.com. That's a online only. This one on the airwaves on KNYN 99.1 FM and on mylocalradio.com. Evanston versus Preston. Rich versus, Bear Lake in football happening starting 35 minutes ago in kickoff to start off the 1A Utah football season for Rich County. And then we will have another Rich game in volleyball, the late nightcap, Preston versus Rich. Scheduled to start at 8:30, probably getting going a little bit before that. Panter back set to Sparks. She toes the line and inbounds just by a hair. 12-11 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Evanston versus Mountain View. We'll have a JV 2-setter following this, and then we'll be back on the airwaves right here on 99.1 and online with that matchup. And then we have another Lyman game as well, I think starting scheduled at 8:30, but certainly maybe even as much as an hour ahead of that. Meek back to Burley. Critchfield fakes middle. Outside, Archuleta adjusts. Push up by Sparks to the middle, and Windward gets it over. Right side attack. Freeland goes long. There was a touch by Panter. And Evanston with a 2-point lead, 13-11. Sub in Coons for Preston. Sharp the server for the Lady Red Devils. Panter looking for the dump. Windward knocks it over, handled by the Devils on a 3 and over. Back to Panter. Back set. Sparks has to adjust. Take a step back. Misses out of bounds. 14-11. Evanston pulled away in points 22-34 last set, and they're looking to do so as well in set number 3. Middle attack, and Amon with the kill. 14-12 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Preston with the serve back. See who comes in. It's Carrie Despain in to serve this. Two-point lead for Evanston on the serve receive. Archuleta, the former setter, touches it up to Critchfield, and a block down on the attack. Give the block to Amon. Robbins attacking from the outside position, missing on that. 14-13. Another push up. Archuleta wants it. They go right side, and Freeland out of bounds. I didn't see a touch, and we have a replay. It was out, and the far line judge caught not looking. That's an embarrassing part for her. Sometimes you miss them. Sometimes you forget. Got to look down the line, and that's just what happened there. So a replay, but I think that should have been Preston's point. The good news is it's preseason play, and they're just here to get reps in, more so than what 1 point's going to do in the grand scheme of a season. Middle attack, and Robbins with a kill. Opened up and went with the wide open stance, shot it over to her right. 15-13, Evanston leading. Sydney Bound, the server. 10 points away from a straight set victory. Lofts it, and an ace, and that is your Dr. McKay Frankham precision play of the game. An ace by Sydney Bound, shooting it just in front of the outstretched arms of Meek. 16-13, forcing a timeout. Evanston leading on the Impact Physical Therapy Board on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on K9 Radio and online at mylocalradio.com.
I think another good name for Matt Rex, the owner of T-Bar S Body Shop in Evanston, would be the Anger Eraser. I came out to the parking lot to find a ding and scratch. I was so angry, I went to T-Bar S Body Shop to get a quote and met Matt Rex. He said they would fix it, and he'd even talked to my insurance company. When I picked up my car, it looked great. No stress, no hassle. Matt's friendliness and quality service erased all my anger. When your car gets bunged up, don't get angry, just let T-Bar fix your car.
Evanston and Preston out of the timeout, 16-13. The Lady Red Devils leading the small school from Idaho, Preston. Stalwart of this tournament. Both of these teams annual participants. Sydney Bound, the server for Evanston. Bound over. Back to Coons. Panter on the setup. Meek to the left of the antenna. Toes it, keeps it in bounds. Zero attack for her. Try Archuleta. She shoots it. I thought I saw a net touch. And it's gone both ways. Now back to Evanston's way. Now Preston's way. And finally Evanston's way. 17-13. I thought a net touch by Aja might take it and give it to Preston, but ultimately it's ruled a kill. Fitzgerald with the touch up. Panter sets to Meek. Push. And Archuleta handles it. Bound back to Aja. Line shot. Fitzgerald puts it up to Panter. Back to Meek. Deflected off the hands of Saxton. Long run for Bound and 4 hits and a double hit for Evanston into the net. Unable to dig it out. 17-14 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Sage Meek serving for Preston. Puts Heather Fitzgerald into the front line at outside for Preston. Kuntz to Panter, to Fitzgerald. They miss on that, so Amon slaps it over. Quick to Robbins. Assist by Sydney Bound. 18-14. The Red Devils have opened it back up on point number 32, a 4-point advantage. Archuleta the server. Ellingford comes in. Playing outside, still joined by Saxton at right and Robbins at middle. Line driver, and is it an ace? Not returned back over the net. 19-14. 4:41 the time on the clock. So, next game, you never know if they can close out here. We may be playing again before 6. Fitzgerald blocked by Saxton. 20-14. They gave just 7, maybe 9 minutes all set of warm-up time in between these two games. JV and varsity, I should say, of Preston and Evanston. Right side attack, Amon into the net, 21-14. You certainly cannot say Evanston has played perfect throughout these first two matches, and I'm not even sure you can say they played exceptionally well, but the teams they have been playing have made more mistakes between Rich and Preston than Evanston has. Whether that be attacking, as we saw there, serving, miscommunication or trouble in the serve receive, Evanston has been just a little bit better than their two opponents. And we don't expect to see championship volleyball on any side on day one of this season. And, well, stepping stones for both of these teams. 21-15 on a return over, and Preston with the serve. Marty Amon, the server for the Indians. Preston to the right of the net. And just over the net. And back into the net and not dug out by Sydney Bound. An ace for Marty Amon. 21-16. Not a second time. The first one led it over. The second one bounces back. 22-16 the score on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Back to Burley, the libero. Jenna Tethel. First time we've seen her today, I believe. She should move in at right side. Oh, no, she's in the back line as a defender. We'll move to left back. So Tethel into the game. Pantel outside to Fitzgerald. Blocked by by Sharp, but yeah, falls back on the net. She's able to get a hand on the ball, but not able to shove it back over to the opposing side of the net. 22-17 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. 5-point lead for the Devils as Panther moves back to serve. 5-1 rotation for Preston means there's three blockers in the front line. Serve out of bounds won't matter too much at the moment. 23-17. Emily Freeland into the game. Kaylee Critchfield, the server. Line drive, tough handle for Fitzgerald, but she does a nice job doing so. Outside to Sparks, rolls over the net. Critchfield, outside to Ellingford. She backs up on it. Deflected by Fitzgerald. She wants the attack, so Panther gets the block, or the punch up, and a shot out of bounds by Fitzgerald puts us at match point number 1. 24-17, the differential. We'll have a commercial break followed by a wrap-up of this game, and following this following point, and an ace ends it. Kaylee Critchfield with the final point. Straight set victory for the Lady Red Devils over Preston on the First Bank, on this First Bank presentation of Lady Red Devil Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Is laundry one of those chores that drags you down? Let Joe's Modern Cleaners come to your rescue. Take advantage of their wash and fold service. You drop it off and pick it up. The rest is done for you. Or you could take all your clothes to Joe's, load them up into the multiple washers, then dry them in the multiple dryers, and do all 10 loads in the time that it would take you to do 2 at home. Ask about all our other laundry options at Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770.
From Randolph, Utah to the Uinta Mountains, from Lyman to Evanston. Whenever you have plumbing, heating, or air conditioning problems, call Landmark Plumbing and Heating at 307-789-8793. Regular office hours run Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. But we also offer 24/7 emergency service. Do you need a new septic system, water heater, or furnace? You can trust Landmark Plumbing and Heating. Program our number into your phone right now, 307-789-8793. Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need us, we'll be there.
When you run a farm or ranch, you understand how important water is when it comes to your animals. Not only does it matter for the overall health of your animals, but it directly ties to your bottom line. Ellingford Brothers sells cement water troughs and custom-built critter ladders, culverts, head gates, and septic tanks. See how Ellingford Brothers can help you with water options for your farm or ranch. Call today, 307-789-1515. That's 789-1515.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
No matter what season of the year it is, when you live in our neck of the woods, you need outdoor power equipment. With quality product lines like Stihl, Toro, and Walker, Superior Rental and Sales has what you need for every season. Everything from homeowner to professional grade products. Plus, when it comes to maintenance, you're covered. Our full-time mechanic is available for tune-ups, maintenance, chain sharpening, whatever you need. Stop in today, Superior Rental and Sales, 371 Prospector Drive, here in Evanston.
Back here as we are getting right back into Evanston volleyball. The JV for Evanston and Mountain View. Almost said Lyman there. I was trying to avoid that. Evanston and Mountain View warming up right now. We'll have 2 sets of that, and then we'll actually be on a different stream. It'll be under the Evanston versus Mountain View stream, which will be popping up on mylocalradio.com very shortly. I'm actually going to move it ahead. I think it was scheduled back to start maybe at 6 o'clock. Well, games are going to probably start before 6, and so we're ahead of schedule here. We will take one last ad break. Again, Evanston wins in straight sets. They're 6-0 on set counts today, and we'll move on to the gold bracket tomorrow with just one match left. 25-13, 25-20, and 25-17. We will take one last break and close up shop and get you set for the final match of the day, Evanston versus Mountain View, after this on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on K9 Radio and online at mylocalradio.com.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock. Stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Receive the best service in the industry when you lease or purchase office equipment from the professional, friendly staff at Mountain West Business Solutions. With a guaranteed quick turnaround time, we will save you money, time, and energy with quality products and customer service that is unmatched in the industry. Serving customers in Wyoming and Utah, Mountain West Business Solutions is a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925. Call us today.
We are about 7 minutes away from the start of the JV contest of Evanston versus Mountain View, which probably puts us about 45 minutes away to 55 minutes away from the start of the varsity contest, which will be the final of the day for both of these teams. Mountain View 2-0, Evanston 2-0. That does it for us for now. Again, I will be putting up that stream on mylocalradio.com for Mountain View and Evanston, probably coming your way closer to 6 than 6:30, maybe even 5:45 if we really move things along. That does it for us for now. We'll be back in 45 minutes to 1 hour on this First Bank presentation of Lady Red Devil Volleyball. Thank you for listening. I'm Jake Hibbard. We'll see you in just a bit.
Thank you for listening to this First Bank presentation of Evanston Lady Red Devil Volleyball. The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Today's executive producer to all of our sponsors, and thank you for tuning in.